Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called All Dots in a Region, the 9 times 9 sequel by MD88 Keys, or Dr. Piano, I guess you could say. Here are the rules. Irregular Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 in each row, column, and marked region. So this is just typical irregular Sudoku rules. Instead of having 3 by 3 boxes, we have just a marked region, which is 9 cells in size. We also have black Kropke dots indicate cells with a 2-to-1 ratio. So for example, if this were 2, this would have to be a 1 or 4 to maintain the 1-to-2 ratio. We also have white Kropke dots, which indicate cells with consecutive digits. So for example, if this was 6, this would have to be 5 or 7 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. A 1-2 pair, if within a region, could be marked with either a black or a white dot. So that fits for either of them. And then finally, we do have a negative constraint where all dots in a region are given. So that means if there are any consecutive digits in the region that are that share an edge with each other, they have to be marked by a dot. Same with the one with the any digits that are in a 1-to-2 ratio within a region, they also have to be marked with a black dot, right? And the 1-to-2 pair could be marked with either a white dot or a black dot. So for example, if this were a 6, you would know neither of these cells could be 5 or 7. This could potentially be 5 or 7 because it's specifically dots in a region are given. So this is crossing regions, so we don't have that constraint there. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. Easiest one I can see is this region here. We have 2 digits which each are in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 other digits. The only possibilities there have to be 2 and 4, right? 2 can be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 1 and 4. 4 can be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 and 8, and there's no other digits that can be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 other unique digits in a normal Sudoku. So this is 2 and 4, this is 1 and 8, this is 1 and 8. That leaves this as a 3 and a 6 in a 1-to-2 ratio here, right? Those are the only remaining digits that can be in a 1-to-2 ratio because the 2, 4, 1, 8 pairs eliminates 2, 4, and 1 and 8 in this region. Well, if this were 3, it would have to be next to 2 and 4, and these are consecutive, so this can't be 3 because the 2, 4 pair eliminates those from being 2 and 4. So this must be 6, which makes this 3. 6 is consecutive with 5 or 7. This digit is consecutive with 1 or 8. Cannot be 5, so this must be 7. This must be 8, which makes this 4, because that's 8 and can only be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 4, which makes that 2, which makes that 1. This must be 5, and this must be 9. Okay, what else do we have? This, again, must be 2 or 4, because it's in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 other digits. So, same here. This is 2 or 4. That means this is 1, 2, 4, or 8. Cannot be 8 because of this 8. This is 1, 2, 4, or 8. Okay, this digit is consecutive with that. If this were 1, this would have to be 2. But then this would have to be 1 and 2. Because that 1 is only in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2. So this cannot be 1 here. If this is 2, this could be 1 or 3. That's fine. If this is 2, this is 4, would have to be 8. So this cannot be 2 then. So this cannot be 2, so this can't be 1. If this is either 4, 2, and 1, or 8, 4, and 2. So one of these is a 4, one of these is a 2. So if this is 4, this could be 3 or 5. That works. If this is 8, this could only be 9. Because it can't be 7. Because of the 7 in the column. This is always 2. This is always 4. This 2 or 4 can be next to 1, 2, 4, or 8. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. If this is 1, this would have to be 2. But then this would have to be 2, so it's not possible to be 1 here. This can't be 1. This has to be 2, 4, and 8. So this is 2 or 8. This is 2 or 8. This must then be 4. This has to be 3 or 5 to be consecutive with it. 2 or 8 can be next to 1, 3, 7, or 9. That's fine. These digits are consecutive, and they cannot contain 2, 4, or 8. So it cannot be 1, 2, cannot be 2, 3, cannot be 3, 4, cannot be 4, 5. It could be 5, 6, or 6, 7. Cannot be 7, 8, and cannot be 8, 9. Okay, so we know one of these is a 6. That's all we know there. This is in a 1 and 2 ratio, and it cannot be 3 and 6. So it must be either 1 and 2, in which case this is 1 and this is 2. It could be 2 and 4 as long as this is not 4. So this is 4, that's 2. Or it could be 4 and 8 if this is 4 and this is 8. Okay. If this is 1, this would be consecutive with 2. And it would be a 1 to 2 ratio with 2, which is not possible. So this can't be 1. We have a 2, 8, 2, 8 pair now in column 2, which eliminates 2 and 8 from the rest of the column. Also, this has to be 1, 3, 7, or 9. 1 cannot be here because, and 9 cannot be here because it has to be this digit has to be consecutive with 2 unique digits in the same region. But 1 and 9 are only consecutive with 1 digit. 1 is consecutive only with 2, and 9 is consecutive only with 7. Since this is 2 or 8, this must be a 4. Because 2 and 8 are only in a 1 to 2 ratio with 4 out of 2 or 4. This can't be 1 or 9. So if this were 2, this has to be 3 here, which makes this 4, which is not possible. So this must be a 7, and this must be 8, which makes this 6. 6 is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 3, so this is 3. This must be 2 or 4, but we already have a 4 in the region, so this is 2, which makes this not 2, so this is 1. 1 is only in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2, so this is 2, this is 4. This cannot be 9 anymore, because it's only 3 or 5 here. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 2, which makes this 8. This 2 must be next to 1 or 3. This 4 is next to 3 or 5. This is 6 with 5 or 7, so 9 has to be one of these two digits. This can't be 7 here. Remaining digits in column 1 have to be 1, 3, 5, 6, or 9. This cannot be 1, 3, or 6, so this is 5 or 9. This can't be 1 because then this would have to have a dot between them. So this must be 1, which makes this 5 or 9. 5 and 9 cannot be next to a black Kropke dot at all. So this one of these has to be 3 and 6, 3 or 6. The other one cannot be 3 or 6 because 3 and 6 can only be in a 1 to 2 ratio with the other 3 or 6. And if these were both 3 and 6s, these would also have to be both be 3 and 6s, and then therefore we would have a repeat in this region. So one of these is 1, the other is the other 3 or 6. So this cannot be 1. We have 1 of 3 or 6 here. That means the other 3 or 6 is here, and the 1 has to be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2. So now we have a 1, 2, 3, 6 quadruplet in this region, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the rest of the region. That leaves 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the region. These cannot be 4. This can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 5. This can't be 4 or 8 or 5. So this is 7 or 9, which is only consecutive with an 8, right, out of the remaining digits. So this is an 8. This can't be 8. We have a 7, 9, 7, 9 pair in this region, so this can't be 7, so this is 5. This can't be 7 or 9, or 8, or 5, so this is 4. This 8 is fine. That's an 8. The remaining digits in row 9 have to be 5, 8, and 9. If this is 8 and 9, that would mean these are consecutive. So this cannot be 9, because we know the 8's here. This can't be 5 then, so this must be 9, which makes this 5. This 5 means this can't be 5, so this is 6. 6 can only be consecutive with 5 or 7. This can't be 6 here. Cannot be 6, so this is a 1, 3 pair, which eliminates 1, 3 in the rest of the column. This can't be 3, because the 3 must be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 6, so this is 6. This can't be 3, 5, or 6, so this has to be 9, which means this can't be 9. These digits are remaining 1, 2, 7, and 9. 7 and 9 are not consecutive with any of the other digits, therefore this must be a 1, 2 pair. That eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row. This can't be 1 or 2. This is 7 or 9. The remaining digits here have to be 3, 4, 6, and 9, which eliminates 3, 4, 6, and 9 in the rest of the region. This can't be 9. This must be 7, which makes this 9. Therefore, this is a 7. Remaining digits in column 3 are 2, 3, and 7. Well, this can't be 2. This can't be 2. That leaves 2 as here in column 3. 2 is only consecutive with 1 or 3 here. This can't be 3, so this must be a 1. The remaining digits in column 4 are 6, 8, and 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 8. Okay. Remaining digits in column 5, we have 3, 4, 5, and 9. Right? 3, 4, 5, 9. Well, 9's not consecutive with 3, 4, 5, so none of these could be 9. We have a 3, 4, 5 pair. Where is the 9 then in column 5? It has to be here. So this is 9, which makes this 6. This can't be 6 or 9, so this is 8, which makes that 9. This can't be 5. Cannot be 5. So this is 3 or 4. We know one of these is 4. This can be 2 through 6 to be consecutive with 3 or 4. But it cannot be 2, 3, or 4, so this is 5 or 6. If this is 5, this has to be 4. If this is 6, this has to be 5. So this cannot be 3. 7 cannot be any of these cells, and cannot be any of these cells. Where is a 7 in this region? It must be here. So this is 7, which makes this 3, which makes that 5. The 3 also makes this a 1. This is 3, 5, or 7 as possibilities. One of these is 8. Doesn't help much. Remaining digits in row 2 are 6, 7, and 9. Only 6 and 7 are consecutive with each other, so this must be 9, which forces this to be 8. This 7 eliminates 7 here, so this is 5, which makes that 3, which makes that 7. That's 3 in the corner. We know we celebrate because we know we're getting close to solving it. This has to be 7. We have 1, 2, 5 remaining. The only digits that are consecutive there are 1 and 2. So this is 1, 2. This is 5. This leaves 3 and 4 here. So this is a 3, 4 pair. This is 3 or 4. This can't be 4 because of this 4 here. This can't be 3 or 9. because of the 3 and 9 in the column. So this is 6, which makes this 5, which makes this 4, which makes that 3. Therefore, this is 1. This must be 2 to be in a 1 to 2 ratio. That leaves us as 6 and 3. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 3. That 3 eliminates 3 here, so that's 4, which makes that 3. None of these can be 6. This can't be 3 or 9, so this must be 4. This can't be 4 or 3, so this is 9, which makes this 3. This is in a 1 to 2 ratio. Actually, what are the remaining digits? They have to be 6 and 8, but if this were 6, that would have to be a 3 here, which is not allowed because we have the 3 in the column. So this must be 8, which makes this a 4. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 5, this is 8, this is 6, which eliminates 6 here, so that's 7, 6. The remaining digit in column 8 is a 7, so this is 7. Remaining digits here are 6 and 8. This can't be 6 because of the 6 here, so this is 8, this is 6. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so this is 2, 1, 2, and 1. Where is the last 2? We have 8 2s, so we know the last 2 has to be here. This must be then a 9. We have then remaining a 5 and a 1. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, it was pretty easy here. This was actually a very fast solve. Usually I don't solve things that fast, even in Learn How to Sudokus. But it just flowed very well. Pretty straightforward from particularly this region here. Yeah, and that's how you solve something like this. Irregular region Sudokus, or I guess, yeah, irregular region Sudokus can be difficult sometimes, but this one seemed pretty straightforward. And then with the restriction of the negative constraint, that was actually fairly interesting. Though we didn't use the negative constraint very much. It was just using the black crop key and the white crop key dots. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.